If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe so that we can grow the channel together. We'll be speaking about technology, data science, data engineering, data analytics, speaking about software engineering, and speaking about life in general. This video is basically part 2 of our previous video we did last time about studying computer science at the University of Cape Town. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't watched the video, I'll attach the link so you can see what I was talking about. But basically, I was blabbing about how I did in computer science, how I got my degree, how I got help, and how I really managed throughout the whole entire course, as it was not really easy. So in today's video, we're going to be speaking about how do you really get into computer science, as I've found a lot of people asking me questions about how do you get into computer science at the University of Cape Town, or generally in any other university. What courses do you need, and points that you need, and how do you really strategize into doing well and in computer science in general. So firstly, I did certain courses which were required for computer science for me at the time. So I did maths, I did physics, I did life sciences. I did all these science courses, but not all of them are really needed. So what's really needed by UCT in order for you to get into computer science? Okay, the first course that's not really negotiable, it's a must. It's math. It's mathematics. Pure maths, basically. You need to have pure maths in order for you to be able to get into UCT. That's not a negotiation, it's a must. With regards to the points, there's specific points that UCT requires in order for you to get into computer science, of which at the time when I was applying, a couple of years back, it was 420. I'm still sure it's more or less the same. And now, how do you really calculate these points is you add up all your percentages. Like when you get your matric certificate, let's say you're 70%, 70 times 7, that's like 35, yeah. So you combine all of that, and then it will give you like your overall marks. So if you're doing 7 subjects, you can combine all of those subjects, right? And then it will give you points like, let's say 420, whatever. It depends. Besides the points, you still need a minimum for mathematics. You need like at least, I think 65%. This might have changed recently, but it never really goes to 70% or so, but the minimum. But of course, you shouldn't chase for the minimum, because in these universities, there's a lot of competition to get in. So I got good marks, so it was not really hectic for me to get in. But a fun part about it, I applied for medicine, but it was still not good enough for medicine. It shows you how competitive UCT and the other institutions are, because there's a lot of people applying. So you better prepare yourself with regards to that, getting 7 points. And if you feel like you're suffering or slacking in 1 or 2 of your courses, try to find a tutor. There's a lot of tutors. I also tutor at times, but I'm not really that much active anymore. I have a lot of work on my plate, and I'm not really that active in tutoring. So when you have like your minimum mark and you've had like 420, you get an offer. So once you get an offer, it depends on what you choose. So you can do computer science via the BCom stream at the University of Cape Town, or you can do it in BSc. So you can either register for BCom in computer science and information systems, or you can register for BCom as a BSci, yeah, it's BSci in computer science. Basically, that is as it comes with honors. Basically, it's a 4-year degree instead of a 3-year degree, and then you can have BSc computer science. So I know, like in certain cases or instances, not all of us really do meet those marks in order to get into computer science. But there is other ways, right? There is other ways that you can get into computer science as well, via other faculties. So for instance, you can still do computer science via humanities. Humanities generally requires less points to get in. It's not like your BCom, your commerce faculty, engineering faculty, and BSc. Those faculties are very strict with regards to marks. They need specific marks in order for you to get into those courses. So now, how do you get into computer science if you don't really have met those marks, but you still, been accepted at UCT to study another course? For instance, you've been accepted to do marketing is in commerce. You've been accepted to do film and media. That's a great example in the humanities faculty. So what you can do is take computer science as an elective. But trust me, computer science is very challenging. So you need to be prepared for whatever is coming your way. You need to be 100% fully prepared for whatever is coming your way. Because it's very difficult, it's demanding. You don't really do much calculations, but you do need basic maths. You still need to be able to do calculations, because in programming, there's maths. So, I guess like you would have done like some sort of maths in order for you to do computer science. You can do it via the humanities faculty, as I was saying, and you can take it as an elective. So you can graduate in humanities, whatever course you chose, but you would have like all the necessary skills required for you to be able to program, or that any other BSc computer science graduate has. Maybe you wouldn't have done like the science courses that they did, like chemistry. But do you need chemistry? Do you need physics? No, you just wanted programming. If you still can't get into computer science, the other option is choosing information systems. Well, I know that information systems is not exactly the same as computer science, but both will take you far in your career. The difference between the two, exactly between information systems and computer science, is that information systems is not like hardcore coding. So it's more theoretical things. You're learning like the business side of IT basically. You learn project management, you learn how to be a data analyst. So you would highly likely be a project manager, a data analyst, but you can still be a programmer because there is coding. I remember back then we did do a project where we built like a hotel management system using C#. So there is coding, there's a project where you specifically code in third year as well, not hardcore coding, but you still do like a website or two, whatever tools you're using. This changes each and every year because it's never consistent, times are moving as well. So you still like learning programming, but not in a deep level. So you'd have to learn programming like by using other resources, YouTube as well. But information system will expose you to a lot of IT careers like project management, data analyst, BA, business analyst. I remember I wanted to be a BA, but I needed a certification at some point. But yeah, that's the story for another day. So I ended up being in data and in the data space. So, and I'm happy with that. I was a coder before, but now I've moved to data. I'm a Power BI developer, business intelligence developer, but I'll do videos and explaining the different careers in IT that you can pursue and how do you really get into those careers. And then computer science, as I was still explaining the difference, it's hardcore coding, it's hardcore coding, it's hardcore coding, it's hardcore coding, it's hardcore coding. I cannot emphasize that a lot. It's just hardcore coding. You code a lot. From the first year you code till you graduate, it's about coding. There is theory, and you'd find that if you're doing both computer science and information systems, the theory is the same, right? But computer science theory goes further it's focused more into programming, but you'd see some parts of it is the same. Where you speak about project management is exactly the same. Where you speak about, because in programming you still have to manage these projects. You don't just wake up and code. So you'd find out it's still the same, right? So that's the main difference. So I highly do recommend, if you can't get into computer science, go for information systems. And now, how do you strategize? There's a mistake that a lot of students make. I made those mistakes a lot. I went and chose computer science, but there was no need for me to do that. So computer science is a course, it's structured in a way that you need to do all those courses they give you there. There's no flexibility with regards to what courses choosing courses basically. So computer science had statistics, and I hated statistics. I thought I did, but I hated it. I was doing mathematics, MEM 1000, they call it. I don't know what the other universities call it, but it's the hardcore mainstream mathematics. So if you're doing mathematics and measuring that, that's the course. So it was like literally not easy. Easy to some other people, but I didn't enjoy maths. I thought I did as well. There's a lot of realizations that you come across to when you're in university. So now what? I was stuck into these courses that I hate, right? A year later, I found out, okay, I could have went with BCom in computer science and information systems, and I could have done an easier maths and only did one course in statistics. I didn't need to do all the statistics as if I'm a statistics major. So I opted out. I dropped out of the BBSI and I went to BCom in computer science and information systems. There, I had the option to do an easier maths. It's still maths. It's still a bit challenging, but it's not hard. It's literally easy. If you've done well in high school in mathematics, you would do very well in that maths. It's advanced than high school, but it's still considerably like easier compared to the mainstream mathematics. It's called MEM 1010, 1012. I don't quite remember the exact codes, and it might have changed throughout the years. Because I've graduated some time ago. So I want you to know, like, to not choose like courses based on, like, you need to know, do a bit of research about the options that you do have, and not just go for like MEM 1000 for instance, and you find yourself sinking or failing all the time because man, that thing is hard, or you hate it generally, when you can go do another maths. I think computer science has also introduced mathematics specifically for computer science, which is not hard as well. It's more like the commerce course, the commerce mathematics. So it's just not challenging. So you see, you need to do research about these courses and the electives that you're taking, or the extra additional courses that you're taking. Don't go for like physics when you know you're stuck in physics. There's many more other courses. For instance, I had the option. I think I was in third year. I was about to graduate, so I had the option to do statistics too, or just take marketing. And I know that I hated statistics, so I opted out for marketing. Do I remember anything in marketing? No, I just wanted to graduate. So my point is, you need to research, look at the courses that are offered there, but try to find out if like you can't substitute them. In science, it's very highly flexible. That's one thing I like about science. If you're doing a BSc in computer science, and I think it's business management, I'm not sure. I think they might have changed the words as well, but it's computer science and information systems basically. But in the BSc faculty, there you do your main courses, and then your electives you choose whatever. But there's limitations. You can't just go and choose all courses from humanities, choosing Lesotho, Xhosa, Xitsonga, like French. You have to choose maybe one course or two from humanities. Choose from BSc, you can choose many there, the science faculty, and you can choose some in the commerce faculty. So what it allows you to do is to have an option with regards to what you want to do. So it has mix masala. But in commerce, you still have a slight, let me correct myself from that, not commerce in its whole entirety, but in BCom, computer science and information systems, you still have options to do certain courses, but not very much. For instance, instead of like doing financial accounting, you have the option to do business accounting. Still accounting. And I also hated accounting. Still ask myself, why did I go for that? You see? But if I did my research properly and I was prepared, I would have went with the option of BFC. I was like, could I say BFC? BSc. But then I was like, there was also something else that was driving me to do those courses. Was I wanted to learn more about the business world, the business side. I don't regret it, because now I work in financial companies. And yeah, man. So you just need to like strategize properly. That will allow you to just flow in your degree. But if you have hiccups and you find yourself doing things you don't enjoy, and you're doing that intentionally to yourself, you have other options and other alternatives. And if you're struggling, I would say my advice is that do not really complain. Failing is part of the process. never thought I would fail it, but I failed a lot. So just push, man. Like you fail, but it's normal failing throughout the process. So it's okay to fail. Basically, that's what I can say. Don't take it personal. Um, you just need to sit back and reflect with regards to why you found yourself in this position. You know, like if you find why did you find yourself in this position? If you find yourself it's your problem or your fault that you're lacking in a specific thing, you're not attending lectures, you're not attending tutorials, then you need to start attending those tutorials and lectures, right? Because that's fixable. But if it's you attending all those lectures and everything and asking questions, but you're still struggling, then you need to start considering maybe opting out for like another course or but that's too extreme. Maybe like finding a tutor, but if that doesn't work, that means this is not really for you. You don't really want to find yourself like failing the same course over and over and over again. So it's best if like you just because if you're doing computer science mainstream, you can opt for information systems, which is a bit lighter than computer science, you know? That's what I'm trying to say here. But if you're struggling, try to find and make use of tutors, utilize them. Go to your tutors that are provided by the university. They are very helpful at all times. Yeah, guys, so this will be a wrap for this video, and I hope it will be helpful to a lot of people. And please do comment, let me know what you want me to talk about, any advices. I'm also still a student at the University of Cape Town. I'm doing my honors now. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm not very much on Instagram, but you can. Yeah, man. And please don't forget to subscribe as well. I thank you so much. Thank you.